Hello, good morning. I am at Catania Airport. Catania is in Sicily. It's the second largest city in Sicily after Palermo, and this is called Fontana Rosa Airport. It's a very small, kind of a regional airport feel. Now, what I want to tell you about today is about our entry into Italy through this airport. So we flew in from Dubai, and we were told that we have to provide a vaccination certificate and a personal locator form wherein you put in all the details of your flight as well as where you're going to be staying and so on, so I can track you in case there's a problem. But here's what happened. After we got here, which is in the middle of the night, you enter the terminal straight at the immigration counter. So as you enter, you're just getting right into the immigration counter. Once you do the immigration, which was very fast, I think maybe 5 to 7 or 10 minutes or less, and then immediately we go out, scan our backpacks or whatever you have with us, and then you leave the airport. Nothing else. No looking at vaccination reports, no personal locator form scanning or QR code scanning, nothing at all. So it was really surprising because as an entry into Italy from overseas, I would have thought that something would be looked at. I'm not saying that don't bring all this stuff, definitely bring all the required documentation, but this is just as of today, what experience that I had was that nobody looked at any of it. The terminal is deserted. That's the part wherein it is departures on top. The arrivals are at the bottom. It's close to 4:30 in the morning now, and the terminal is practically deserted. So, but slowly people are trickling in. We tried looking for a lounge. We couldn't find one. It turned out that the lounge opens only around 6 o'clock. So it closes at 8 o'clock. So we are not going to be able to access the lounge unless we stay here till 6. I just wanted to give an update about car rental and the problems thereof from this airport. I booked online for a car rental for a week from one of the aggregators. I'm not going to name which aggregator, but through this aggregating website, what normally happens is you find a cheap car rental. It will be any rental company. So you just pay online to the aggregator, and then with the voucher you go to the car rental company and then pick it up. Now I did precisely that. I made a booking. This was through a company called Gold Car. So I went to the Gold Car office here to pick up my rental, and then they looked at my documents and said they cannot rent to me because I need an international driving permit. Now I've rented from Gold Car from Athens in Greece about a month ago without any of these, and I've rented from others also over the last 2 months. And not only that, I think during the last few years nobody's asked me for an international driving permit. Unfortunately, these people did, and they refused to give me honor the car rental voucher. And the problem was now it is cancelled, or rather I lost the money because the aggregator also refuses to give me the money, saying that you should have read the terms and conditions. So this is just an update. In case any of you plan to come to Europe to rent a car, I suggest you get an international driving permit, because maybe 9 times out of 10 you may not need it, but that one single time you will lose money. So that is some sad news from Fontana Rosa, Catania Airport. I suggest you read all the conditions very well before you try to book the car and throw your money away. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I looked at their terms and conditions. So they actually accept the Indian license or the UAE driving license, which both I have. But for some reason they are saying you need an international driving permit because your license does not have a pictogram, which is like a picture of a car on the license. It has only a written word saying light motor vehicle. So I don't know, it's their rule or whatever it is, but anyway, bottom line, you lose your money and they refuse to honor the voucher, that's all. I am at the Fontana Rosa airport in Catania, and I have a problem to solve. What happened was I was planning to leave from here back to the UAE, but unfortunately, because it is the holiday season, Christmas and New Year, almost all the laboratories here which do the COVID PCR test are closed. So I couldn't make an appointment to have a PCR test done. So I have no choice now. I cannot travel to the UAE without a PCR. So I'm in a bit of a fix. I can't get back. But then what I did was I booked a ticket from here now to Vienna in Austria, where I've made an appointment over the internet for a PCR test tomorrow. So I'm hoping there wouldn't be a problem. We have to overcome this. So from there again, I'll have to travel back to the UAE from Vienna instead of from here. So my ticket from here, I think, is a goner. So we'll see. But this is it's a difficult time. So therefore, these are some things I think you have to anticipate problems like this and solve them. Just a little more money and time. That's all. Let's hope for the best. So that's Fontana Rossa Airport in Catania, Sicily. Bye bye for now.